It's crazy out there in the working world right now, you know?
Yeah,
It's like every day a new trend pops up.
right.
Remote work flipped everything on its head. AI is changing how we hire faster than anyone can learn.
Absolutely.
And honestly, I don't even know what's next.
It's a lot.
So when you told us you wanted to stay ahead of the curve when it comes to talent management,
Mm-hmm.
we knew exactly the book to crack open.
Oh, yeah.
Applied Psychology and Talent Management,
Classic.
the Cascio and Aquinas.
The Bible.
This book has been the go-to for almost 50 years.
And the fact that it's on, what is it now? It's ninth edition?
Ninth edition.
Ninth edition, that tells you something right there.
It's not just some trendy business book.
No, it gets to the core
It stood the test of time.
of what makes talent management work.
See, exactly.
No matter what the trends are.
Okay, but 50 years is a long time.
It is a while.
How do they make sure it's still relevant
Right.
in our crazy, fast-paced world?
So get this. Over 7,000
Yeah.
journal articles went into updating this edition.
Are you serious?
They didn't mess around.
Wow.
The authors went above and beyond
Oh.
to make sure they weren't just skimming the surface.
They're really in the weeds.
Oh, they were in the weeds.
7,000 articles.
Deep, deep, deep.
Talking about dedication, they weren't messing around.
Not at all.
Wow.
But here's the thing.
Sorry.
They still managed to keep the book concise.
Okay.
And to the point, they know you're busy. They know you're not trying to read a 1,000-page book.
Nobody's got time for that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They laser focused
Uh.
on what matters most.
So what kind of juicy updates are we talking about?
Well, for starters,
Okay.
they dive headfirst into hybrid and remote work.
Okay.
Chapter 1 tackles it right off the bat.
Which makes sense. It's like the #1 question right now.
Right. Isn't that the million-dollar question
Yes.
for so many companies?
It impacts every single thing
Right.
about managing talent.
Everything's different.
How do you even wrap your head around it?
How do you manage talent when everyone's all over the place,
Right.
working from different places, on different schedules,
Different ways of working.
in completely different ways than we were just a couple years ago?
That's like a whole
new world.
new world. Yeah.
And it's not just about figuring out the logistics.
Right.
It's understanding the psychology behind it.
Right. Because you can't just
You can't just tell people.
do this. It's remote now. Figure it out.
Exactly. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
How do you keep remote employees engaged?
Oh, that's a good one.
How do you build trust when you're not face-to-face every day?
Right.
This book unpacks all of that.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Speaking of technology changing the game,
Oh, yeah.
I got to ask about AI in recruitment.
Mm-hmm.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Everybody and their brother is using it.
Chapter 8.
What's the book say about that?
They get into it.
Okay.
AI is powerful, definitely.
Yeah.
But it's not a magic solution. It
Right.
can actually make things worse if you're not careful,
Really?
especially when it comes to diversity.
How so?
Well, think about it.
Okay.
These algorithms are often trained on existing data, right?
Right.
And if that data is messed up,
yeah.
if that data reflects existing biases
Yeah.
in your hiring process,
Hmm.
the AI is just going to amplify that.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah, they don't hold back.
So this book helps you avoid those pitfalls.
It shows you how to use it, right?
Yep.
How to use AI
Yep.
thoughtfully and strategically.
So you're not just blindly trusting it.
throwing it out there.
Yeah, like it's going to solve all your problems.
Right.
It's not a magic button.
It's not a magic button.
No.
Okay, that's huge.
Right.
Understanding the why behind the what.
Exactly.
Okay, what else?
So this next one,
Yeah.
this one's a bit of a wake-up call,
Okay.
especially if your company uses those applicant tracking systems.
Oh, yeah, everybody's
Yeah.
got one. The software that goes through job applications for you.
Right. It filters through.
Filters
Chapter
chapter 11 calls it the hidden worker problem.
Hidden worker problem.
It's pretty eye-opening.
Okay, how so? I thought those systems were supposed to make things more efficient.
They do.
Okay.
But they often get hung up on things that might not actually be that important
Oh, interesting.
in the grand scheme of things.
Okay.
Like, say someone took a career break
Mm-hmm.
to travel the world, start a family, whatever.
Right. Which you should be able to do.
Yeah, a lot of ATS systems would flag that as a gap in their resume
Oh, no.
and potentially screen them out,
What?
even if they have incredible skills,
Because you took a year off.
just because they took a year off.
That doesn't seem fair.
Right.
They could have learned a lot in that year.
Exactly.
Or what about
What about the system?
those systems that are so focused on keywords?
Oh, the keywords, yeah.
You could miss out on somebody amazing because they don't use the exact same, the buzzwords
Yeah.
as your job description.
It's a good reminder
Right.
that technology, should be a tool,
It shouldn't be the only thing.
not the be-all and end-all, right?
Right.
We need to make sure that we're not just blindly trusting these systems.
Right. Without thinking
Without considering the limitations.
about the people behind them.
It's like we're so focused on efficiency
Yes.
that we forget there's a real human
A real person
behind every single application.
with feelings.
That's what I appreciate about this book. It
Yeah.
never lets you forget the human element.
Okay.
It's called Applied Psychology in Talent Management for a reason.
Right.
It's not just about the latest tech.
It's about people.
It's about people.
Right.
It's about understanding the people behind all of that.
So we've talked about AI. We've talked
Mhm.
about remote work, applicant tracking systems.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like technology is really driving all these changes
It is.
in talent management.
But the book argues that it's not just about keeping up with the tech itself.
Okay.
It's about understanding how those technologies
Yeah.
are changing the nature of work.
Right, because it changes how we think about work,
Yes.
how we do work.
How we do work. Yeah,
Yeah, and what that means for how we manage people.
exactly.
Give me an example.
They talk a lot about
Yeah.
the growing importance of
Right.
what they call adaptive performance.
Adaptive performance.
Yeah.
But define that.
It's not just about what you know how to do today.
Okay.
It's about how quickly you can learn new things,
Right.
how adaptable you are to change,
Mm.
how well you handle uncertainty.
So it's like future-proofing yourself,
Basically, future-proofing your skill set.
which in today's world feels essential
Essential.
because everything's changing so fast.
Exactly. Everything's moving so fast.
Yeah.
And that requires a totally different approach to training,
Yep.
development.
Yep.
It's not just about teaching specific skills anymore. It's about fostering a growth mindset.
Oh, interesting.
Right. Encouraging continuous learning, making it safe for people to experiment.
Yeah. To like try new things.
Yeah, to try new things, take risks.
Yeah, because if you're not,
Otherwise, you get stuck.
you get left behind.
You get left behind.
It's like they say, what got you here won't get you there.
Right.
You got to be constantly learning and growing.
And that brings up another fascinating point
Okay.
from the book.
Right.
The evolving definition
Ooh, interesting.
of a job.
I'm thinking about that a lot lately, actually,
Yeah.
because the old school idea of a job,
Right.
it's out the window.
Gone.
It's gone.
With AI, automation, the gig economy, it's getting harder
Yeah.
to define what a job even means anymore.
It's like we need new words
Right.
to even describe what we're doing.
I know, but it's not just about semantics.
Right.
It's not just about the words. It's about really understanding that traditional career ladder,
Mm.
it's gone.
Yeah.
That's been replaced by like
It's like a jungle gym
our
now.
jungle gym, right?
Yeah, you're going every which way.
People are moving laterally, they're taking on projects, they're wearing multiple hats.
It's all over the place.
It's all about adaptability, continuous learning.
So, okay, if I'm hearing you right,
Yeah.
this book is not just telling you what talent management looks like today.
Yeah.
It's giving you the tools to be ready for whatever's next,
Exactly.
whatever crazy thing is coming around the corner.
How to build a talent management strategy
Yeah.
that is agile, adaptable, and future-proof.
And that all starts at the top, doesn't it?
100%.
If your leadership isn't on board with this,
Forget about it.
yeah, it's not going to happen.
It starts at the top.
Okay.
The book actually has a whole section on leadership,
Oh, interesting.
selection, and development.
Okay.
One thing that really stood out to me
Yeah.
was their emphasis on cognitive abilities, especially for senior management roles,
So not just personality,
not just charisma,
not just, are you a nice person?
not just can you, work a room.
Right, right. It's like, can you actually think?
It's deeper than that.
Okay.
It's about how you think.
Okay.
Can you think critically?
Right.
Can you solve complex problems? Can you make good judgments under pressure?
Those are really valuable.
Those are the skills
Yeah.
that are going to set leaders apart,
Especially now.
especially in this world that we're living in.
Because if you can't handle the pressure
Yeah, you're going to crumble.
and the uncertainty and all of that,
Right.
yeah, and those are skills you can develop, right?
Totally.
It's not like you're born with it or you're not.
It's not like some people are just born knowing how to,
Right.
deal with pressure.
Be a great leader.
Right.
Okay, good to know.
This book gives you the tools
Okay.
to identify
Yeah,
and develop those essential cognitive skills.
It's like a workout.
It is. It's like a brain workout.
Yeah, you got to work those muscles.
Those leadership muscles.
We've covered so much today.
I know, right?
From AI to remote work to the future of jobs. I mean,
It's a lot.
this book is about so much more than just like keeping up with the times.
It is.
It's about using these changes to your advantage.
It's about being proactive,
Right. Not reactive.
not reactive.
Being ahead of the game.
It's about recognizing that talent
Yeah,
is your most valuable asset,
it really is.
and then creating an environment where it can thrive,
Where people feel supported, valued,
where they feel good about coming to work.
and excited to work.
Yeah,
Even if that work looks totally different
totally.
than it did a few years ago.
It's a whole new world out there.
It really is. This has been an incredible deep dive.
And hey,
You've given us so much to think about.
my pleasure.
But before we wrap up,
Yeah.
I want to leave our listener with a final thought-provoking question
Oh, I like it.
to ponder. We've talked about the future of work,
We have.
but what does that actually mean to you?
Right. To you, listener, what kind of work environment
Yeah, what do you want?
do you want to create for yourself, for your team?
What role do you see technology playing?
Yeah, the good and the bad.
The good, the bad, the ugly, all of it.
This book is a fantastic starting point
It really is.
for exploring these questions.
It's given us a framework, like you said,
Absolutely.
to think about all this in a whole new light.
It's a good one.
Huge thank you to you
Of course. Thank you.
for sharing your expertise with us today.
My pleasure.
And to you, our listener.
Yes, listener.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive
Until next time,
into applied psychology in talent management.
check it out.
If you're serious about keeping up, staying ahead of the game,
Stay curious.
you have got to check this book out.
Yes.
You can find it wherever you get your books.
Wherever books are sold.
Until next time, keep learning, keep growing.